5, 6, 7, 8. Give us a raise, loser.
Welcome back to episode 15?
I'm really about to look at our YouTube
I
channel.
do this every time.
Oh no. Okay.
That sounds right.
Act like this intro never happened. We are in episode 15.
Welcome back to the Break Room Podcast. This is episode 15, number 15. Can you believe we are halfway to 30? Dirty 30.
That's actually nuts. 15, well, technically 16 because we missed 1 week, but 16 weeks of doing this, Trey, and we're not getting any better. How do you feel about that, buddy? Woo.
Not getting any butter. Butter?
I don't think we're, I mean, we're kind of the same as we were on week 1. Well, that's not true. I think we were completely different on week 2 than week 1, but
Yeah.
I think we've kind of just been stagnant.
Today's episode, it is a snow day. If you are anywhere near the Midwest or, anywhere in the United States, everywhere's been getting snow. But the Midwest specifically has been pretty, water has been slammed.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So me and Trey's neck of the woods, as of recording right now, on the Friday here, the big snowstorm. I believe I'm sitting at about 13, 14 inches. I'd have to look at the number.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume I'm at about the same because we don't live very far apart.
No, and what was wild was they said it was gonna be bad today, right? And
yeah.
Green Bay was getting hit hard, right? I don't know if you saw. It was like 18 was what they were expecting.
18 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so when you watch the storm today on the radar, they had said, hey, you guys should watch out because it's going to come down and around because it made like a big circle. And I was like, oh,
what,
okay, cool.
The actual storm itself?
Yeah, it like did a huge like circle across the Midwest. And the hard part came right down on me and then circled down to you and then went back up to Chicago. It was kind of wild.
Okay.
Sound like an old man right now looking at that, but yeah, inches of depth. I'm looking at 12 to 16. You're looking at 12 to 16. All right, cool. Awesome. That is great. So yeah, welcome to the snow day. Not everyone. I went to work today because I walked there, right? I woke up at 8 a.m. to not knowing where my sidewalk was in front of my apartment. The yard and the sidewalk matched together as one big blanket. So I trudged to my, I don't have any snowshoes, but I trudged in my boots to work, and after I got home, I shoveled it. Go out an hour later, it's looking the exact same as it did when I woke up, so I shoveled it again. Another hour goes by, still the same fucking level. Comes back up to being one sheet again. After the third time, I said, you know what? Fuck it. It can sit. And then that's when it finally started to slow down. So I was happy about that. But it's been really wild, and it's supposed to continue into the morning. So
yeah, it's supposed to basically do what it did today and tomorrow, right?
Not all day.
Yeah.
It's just the wind that's gonna kill us, because you know
Right.
that Midwestern fucking wind, because cornfield. So, if you guys remember from last week, if you tuned in, we were supposed to do Midwestern insects, and we were going to rank them to cute.
I don't know if did we mention it?
I believe we did at the end of the episode.
Oh, okay.
But since I told you guys I went on vacation, and then the snow happened and everything, we couldn't get prepped in time the way I like to be prepped. So today we're just going to do a regular old sit down little talk about the snow, about Derek's trip, and Trey's gonna also fill me in on the snow when I was gone, because apparently I had another snowstorm while I was gone. So,
yep.
First off, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Before we talk about the snow or my vacation,
Yeah.
something wild happened to you today that I think you should give a quick rundown on. You don't have to go too into depth of it, but your cat was a little mischievous today, huh?
Oh, so you heard about that?
Oh yeah.
I almost entirely forgot. I mean, I would have remembered eventually, while we were talking on here.
Blood
But,
started boiling again.
yeah. Well, why'd you have to fucking remind me? Yeah. No. That could be a world record right there.
For what?
Longest time that a cat has been spent inside of a ceiling.
I mean, there's cats that live in ceilings, but yeah. I mean, probably like a house cat.
Yeah, I don't know. So we were laying on the couch, me and Morgan, and
As one does.
as one couple does, yes. And she kind of goes, "What's that sound? Do you hear that? It sounded like someone scraping like a food bowl across the floor."
It's a ghost.
So I get up, I go to the kitchen, I look around, and honestly, I'm kind of impressed with myself for piecing together little tiny bits of information just to find the one big answer. And so I'm trying to remember how I look underneath the steps. Or no. I hear the watering bowl sound coming from the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, and above the shower, because that's like where so if you were to go to my kitchen, the stairs to go upstairs, underneath those stairs is where the shower is, like right where the bathroom is. So on top of the ceiling in the shower, that's where I'm hearing all this noise, and I go to the kitchen, and this little cubby hole underneath our steps, like as if Harry Potter lived there, it's that type of deal. There's a little cubby underneath the steps or underneath the stairs, and I look up, and there's two little like holes, but I didn't think it was big enough for a cat to fit through, but apparently it was. It kind of looks like it's been messed with. The water bottles are stacked up high because that's just where we have them. That's how we had them. So she probably climbed on that, climbed into this little. She's sitting right here in the mushroom chair. She's sleeping, acting like I'm not talking about her. She jumped through those two little holes. It has to be big enough just for a cat to fit through. Like nothing else could get through that. Like it's perfect size for a cat. So she did that, and Autumn and Nova were kind of just like wandering around, like meowing, looking up at the ceiling. So I'm like wait a minute. I see Nova staring up at the ceiling tiles in our bedroom, and sure as shit, I see one of the tiles just like looks like something's walking on him. I'm like, Dory's in the ceiling.
You're just calmly like, Dory was in the ceiling, where you're like, Dory's in the fucking ceiling!
I didn't scream, and I was like, she's in the ceiling. So Morgan gets on top of the bed, starts moving ceiling tiles. We're like, come here. Morgan goes and then after that, Morgan goes to the kitchen, grabs a flashlight off of her phone, and starts taking pictures in Snapchat. And just like looking around, like, how the fuck did she even get into the ceiling tiles from where that is? Because if you were to look into the like cubby hole underneath the stairs and look in those holes, that drop goes straight down, like into insulation.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, she's a cat. She probably just waded through it like a sea of foam. So then, she grabs a can of wet food. We even go. At some point, we went to the bathroom even because she was walking around in the bathroom ceiling tiles. And we grab a can of wet food, go to the bedroom again, and we start moving all the ceiling tiles. I put a can of wet food right next to the ceiling tile, next to like where I was standing. Like, come here. She kind of wanders over, and because of how bright I'm assuming my flashlight was, and how she was just wandering through the dark ceiling, she kind of squints at me when she sees the flashlight. Mm-hmm. And she just was refusing to come here, but as soon as she got close enough, I felt bad. But I grabbed her leg and was like pulling her towards me. She's because I'm like, I know, I'm sure it fucking hurts, but you can't be up here. Well, yeah, I don't know why the cat decided to go on the fucking ceiling in the first place.
Yeah.
God, I'm so glad I don't have that. Like, I don't have any.
And that's what I'm saying. Every time something like this
that?
happens, no.
See, this, okay, so you couldn't hear it, but this is what I'm talking about. My window just fucking, yeah, it just got pounded on like 3 times because the wind's so heavy here.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear nothing.
I thought the mic would pick that up. That's wild.
It sounds like, I'm sure it is the wind, but it sounds like a low growling fans in your room.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. I can't hear that through the headphones, but I'm sure it's the wind.
Yeah.
Or it's a demon.
But But yeah, I'm just convinced that do you just not like us anymore? What's the deal here? And her and okay, so my cats have been having some strange phenomenon, if you will. Autumn won't stop clawing at the what's it called? She won't stop clawing at the window blinds behind our TV and where her cat tower is. Because I guess she just hates the fact that the window blinds have the audacity to block her view from the outside world.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So she just keeps doing it. If we're or like it's either that or she just wants us to play with her. Like she craves attention. So that's been happening. And then yeah, today Dory just decided to go up into the ceiling, and I'm like, do you guys not like us anymore? Like, you guys trying to escape or something?
Well, your cats are on another level, man. Like,
yeah,
my
okay, that's what I was
crave
gonna say.
attention by pet. Your cats crave attention by causing a fucking havoc.
Yeah, every time something crazy happens with my cats, I'm like, and it's gonna make you mad because Derek always says, "I'm glad my cats don't do that," or "I don't know why your cats do that." I mean, obviously it's not your fault. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't know what rare breed I picked when I grabbed these cats. Nova's been the only normal one. Sleep, eat, and occasional pets.
That's why she's the princess.
I knew you were gonna say that.
But yeah, so you got the cat out of the ceiling and everything was fine, right?
Yeah, she had fucking insulation all over her though. It wasn't like the pink insulation. It was like, it looked like yellow, orange, white.
Oh yeah, just your common insulation.
So then I kind of, brushed it off of her. She felt all, like, kind of gross. So then she stands in front of the living room TV and starts giving herself a bath. I'm like, yeah, I bet.
I would have, for a punishment, I would have gave that cat a bath.
Oh,
Like,
no.
right.
I've already experienced that once.
Now you're going to feel the wetness, motherfucker.
Not to be gross, but there was a time when she was a kitten where she actually got poop on her tail. So we gave her a bath,
That's not
right?
gross.
Huh?
That's not gross.
Well, it was like stuck to her tail, and she was trying to get it off, and we're like, oh, we don't want that either. So we gave her a bath, and she was fucking screaming and just clawing everything in sight because she was so heated about it.
Oh. That poor cat. Well, yeah. So that's your snow day experience.
Yeah, that was one of my snow day experiences. Yes, the cats have also been going crazy because of the snow. I guess I don't know how else to explain it.
Oh, my cats didn't give a fuck. When I got home from work, dude,
sleeping.
They're sleeping on the cat tree. They didn't give a fuck.
I wish.
I remember the first year we had both of them together and it snowed. We decided to be nice and brought some snow in the house for them to play with.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they both went up to it, sniffed it, and Winter batted at it one time, and they just walked away and just let it melt. They didn't give a
They said,
fuck.
"Huh, this is crazy." All right.
So, ice? That's cool. But so as I said at the beginning here, Derek buddy here went on a little vacation with his wife's family to Tennessee, and it was very fun. It was a very short little trip. We stayed 2 days there, and then the day that we drove down, the day we drove back, so 4 days total. It was very nice, a little nice relaxing trip. But as I've told Trey already, and what I've come to realize is every time I go on vacation, something wild happens. Not as in like good or bad. It's just a vacation for me is never normal, because as we were leaving, I was informed that it was gonna rain really hard down there. I was like, oh, okay, cool, it's whatever, it's not gonna be snow.
Yeah.
Because I had heard that there was gonna be a snowstorm here, and so we get down there, beautiful weather. I'm wearing shorts, a hoodie, and I'm feeling great.
I was wondering what if it was. Was it like our October here?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful. And so, we do our Tennessee things, which is basically just
Tennessee
sampling
things.
alcohol and just exploring and looking around the mountains and whatnot. But it would have been the first night we were there. It started raining. We're like, okay, cool, So we rented a cabin, or I shouldn't say we. Emily's father and stepmother rented a cabin in Tennessee on the mountain, one of them, and so we were pretty high up elevation wise compared to the ground level, and so I was like, okay, it's not gonna mess with us because we're so high up, but they had the heat cranked to like 80 in that thing because you're not paying for it obviously, so you might as well use it, and so obviously big boy here can't sleep in 80-degree weather. So I closed the heat vent and I opened the window so I could sleep because there's no fan in there either, and I usually sleep with a fan. However, I woke up at 3 a.m. and it was the darkest dark I've ever seen in my life. Like, if you live in a city and it's dark outside, you have no idea what dark is. Go up into a fucking mountain with no electricity, that is the darkest shit you'll ever see at 3 a.m. And so when I woke up and saw that, I went, oh, that's not good, because our room was right outside of a back patio that had like string lights. And they were on all night the night before, and so when I woke up they weren't on. I was like, oh fuck. Power's out. So I get up, go over to my window in the room there, and I look down and all the cabins are all dark. Because obviously I can't see any light source, so I went, fuck. So I woke up and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to let you know when we wake up there's no power, So we wake up and, there was still no power. And so they called the rental place and they weren't open yet. So we had no idea if we were going to get power back that day or not. So we're like, okay, let's just go to town, which is Pigeon Forge. Let's go to town, get some breakfast, and we'll figure out what we're going to do for the day. We're like, okay, cool. So we all get ready. We go down to the main floor to go to the van, and there's a little stream that runs under the entryway to the cabin from the driveway. And when we got out there, we opened the door and we're like, damn, that's loud. What the fuck? And we look down
stream,
and
right?
this
The creek?
this little stream turned into basically a fucking river under it. Like, it was just pouring down water. And we're like, okay, well, that's
and I
not
guess
good.
I never thought about it when you and me were there in 2021. I guess I never realized that Gatlinburg is literally just like a water bowl. Like, all the mountains lead down to Gatlinburg.
Yeah, because you're in a valley there,
Right.
So we get in the van, go down the mountain, and get down to Pigeon Forge, and we start eating our breakfast. And coincidentally, Trey and his wife Morgan started texting us, going, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, why? It's just raining hard." And so we start getting TikTok clips of the town we are in, and these places that I'm getting clips of are like 500 feet away from where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
They're just flooded out. The river going through the town's like almost breaking shit on it. It's just hauling nothing but dirt and mud down it because it's so thick. And I was like, what the fuck? So we're like, okay, let's go look at this, So we go for a drive, and I'm standing where TikTok clips are going viral right like at the time, and there's just fucking water roaring through parking lots like a river. And I was just like, God damn it, can I go on one vacation without something crazy happening? Because while that was happening, Trey, you can explain to the people at home. While I was down in Tennessee and the flooding was happening, up here it was snowing like a son bitch, was it not?
Yeah, just like today. What day would that have been? Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Because that's when work told me to stay home.
Oh, you got to stay home that day?
I got to stay home Tuesday. Yeah. And today. And tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I get today and tomorrow, because that was horrible today. But I wasn't here for the Tuesday, obviously, so I didn't know how bad it was. But when I did get home eventually on Thursday night, or what's the day? Friday?
Yeah.
I got home Wednesday night. Thursday morning, I go to work and my boss is like, "Oh, you're just in time for the big storm." I went, "Oh, I thought the big storm already happened." He said, "No, no, 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 no. The big storm is tomorrow." I went, "Oh, great."
Yeah.
Because there was no snow from Tennessee until I got 20 miles away from where I live. And that's when I started seeing snow. And it just got worse and worse and worse until I got to the apartment, and that's where it was the worst. And I went, oh, okay, so we got hit really hard. No, we didn't get hit hard at all. Today was fucking horrible. Horrible. But overall, with dedication, it was a very chillaxed, little time for Derek. He got some time away from his phone and social media and all that. Just looking at the mountains and having some experiences. I conquered my fear of heights. My biggest fear is heights, and I conquered that. We went on the Sky Bridge in Gatlinburg. If people at home want to look that up, it is called the Sky Bridge. It's between two little mountain
two gaps
peaks,
of a mountain.
yeah, two gaps of a mountain, and a valley runs under it. And I can't do more than like 10 feet in the air before I get scared. So let alone a little valley under me with a glass floor. I was kind of pissing my pants, but I did it. Derek did it. Everyone give me a round of applause. Hooray, Derek. He didn't shit his pants or vomit or anything, so good job. Had to ride a ski lift up there. That's what really got me. The bridge was nothing compared to the ski lift. I thought I was actually going to throw up out of fear.
Oh, boy.
Because all there was a little bar holding me in that little seat. But we did it. We brought home some nice moonshine from all the great distilleries down there, Derek went to the Vans outlet store and spent way too much money because he has an addiction to Vans, the brand. But, overall, great little trip. But, Trey, I know you had a crazier experience today with the snow compared to me. Mm-hmm. So you want to tell the people about your snow?
Yeah, I'll tell them about my snow. So there's this thing that happens in rural towns called calendar parking. And what that is on even or odd days of the week, you have to park your car on the correlating side, if odd or even. I'm assuming odd being left and even being right. And,
I have no idea because I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking understand it because it changes every year because Clinton. Well, I just doxed myself because my town is stupid like that. So I had to shovel and just keep shoveling like a foot or two of snow. Okay, I shouldn't say 2 feet. It was a foot and a half of snow. And doing that, and then trying to also move my car to the the correct side of the street. To anyone who drives a front-wheel drive car, I'm sure you can understand in the snow that it doesn't really work out that well. But
Are you okay over there? You keep pausing really long.
it's because I keep losing my train of thought. So you're trying to park my side to the correlating side of the road, and a front-wheel drive car, it doesn't work out too well when there's a foot of snow all around my car, up to my knees almost. It's what it seems anyways. It's not really that much, but that's how much the plow pushed on the street. So I had to go like a mile down the road, find a road that was all right to turn down. And once I finally did, I'm like, okay, I'm on my way back home. Morgan's on the phone with me. Because I'm like, I'm going to stay on the phone with you because my car just keeps getting stuck in stupid places. So I'm turning around on this intersection to go back towards my house and park on the correlating side of the street. And I get stuck at an intersection that's a busy-ass one-way, basically. And there's a cop that's pulled up next to me watching this unfold, holding up traffic for me. There's like 5 or 6 cars behind me that are just watching this unfold too. The one that's immediately first car behind me is this Chevy Tahoe. These two guys get out, start trying to push me out, and they also are like sitting there going like, "What the fuck? This car ain't moving because it doesn't have any fucking balls or grip to get out of the snow." And I'm like, "Yeah, tell me about it." And Finally, they do, and as I pull off, I turn off my hazards, and I give them 3 honks. I go, boom, 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 and I just drive off. And then I finally
Nice
get parked at
little Western
home.
Thank you there.
Yeah, I know. I did. Just honk, honk, honk. And then finally get home. I'm parked there for an hour, and then I get a knock on the door, and it's my neighbor. He was just telling me to park on the right side of the street, which, remind you, I thought I was already parked on the right side of the street now, like the correct side for tomorrow. And no, I guess I'm on the incorrect side now, because I had until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to be on that side. So I'm like, okay. He tells me he just doesn't want me to get a fine. He tells me there's a driveway at the house next to his that doesn't get used because they live in Wisconsin. So I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just go park there then. And I try that. Same result.
I got really fucked today.
Yeah, so same result with that, though. I'm spinning out trying to go up a really small incline of a driveway. You know how most driveways are. They have just like 20-degree, 10-degree incline to go up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not big. And yeah, my car couldn't go up it, but eventually, so me and Morgan take turns doing this, and eventually she gets it. And then the neighbor's coming out and talking to us, but that's beside the point. But anyways, I hate snow now. When I was a kid, I didn't mind it, but as an adult now, I fucking despise it.
Yeah, because now we have to actually deal with it. We don't just play in it, you know?
Yeah.
But like a 20-degree angle in a driveway in the snow is like a 50-degree angle because of no traction.
Yeah, so imagine trying to do that in a 20 or a 30-ton garbage truck.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been horrifying.
Oh, it was on Monday.
Well,
And Monday wasn't even the bad day. Monday was a normal-ass day that just had already snow on the ground.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be bad to drive in. The bad part would be braking, right?
Oh, yeah, no, but there's also some people put their garbage up, like, their driveway could be a whole-ass road itself. Like, a mile down the road is where their driveway goes out to the road.
Yeah.
So, sometimes that's how their driveways are, and I had to back up one of their driveways so that I didn't have to back down onto a main highway or a main road. So, backing up the driveway rather than going, face first, so I don't have to back out onto the road. That's what I had to do, and yeah, I just kept spinning out. I was just making a hole for myself, literally digging a hole for myself.
Yikes. So what would happen if you got the garbage truck stuck?
Nothing. It happens to everyone all the time.
Well, no, I'm saying like what's the plan if that happens?
Well, they advise us to always bring a bag of salt with us because of the instance I had, I could just pour salt next to my tires and give it just enough traction that it needs, or obviously if that doesn't work, if it's something way worse than that, where like if you went flying off into a ditch full of snow, I'm assuming our mechanic comes out with like a winch or something. I don't know.
Gotcha. Cause like I couldn't imagine getting the food truck stuck in the snow. Like I don't drive it in the snow, but fuck me, that thing is way too heavy to try to pull out. Like no truck's getting that out unless it's like a tow truck or something like that. So I can even imagine a garbage truck, But yeah, the Midwest. I love the snow because it's pretty. But today was like the perfect representation of the meme of that's enough slices.
Yeah.
By about 10 o'clock this morning, I was like, all right, that's enough slices. And every time I look out the window, I would just scream a little bit more because that's so bad.
It's enough snow.
Yeah. But I mean, it sucks for other people because like us, it's bad, right? But like Wisconsin, they got fucked. Like 2 foot of snow. They didn't get any of the rain because we were supposed to get rain on top of it to kind of like melt it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Which we didn't get, obviously. And Wisconsin got none of that. They just got snow all day. And I'm pretty sure it's still snowing there. It has not stopped. So, overall, if you live in the Midwest, listening to this, please be safe this weekend.
Oh yeah.
And
So
in your future endeavors.
Derek's fiance just said, "Stay the fuck home." Like even on her Snapchat story. I mean, obviously you guys don't know that, but that's why I'm telling you. You know, she even said, "Stay the fuck home," for obvious reasons. That hot. Yeah, I saw her story, and yeah, it was just drifting snow. Like it all looked white. It didn't look like a road anymore. It was just she looked like she was driving on snow.
No, yeah, it looked like she was driving on like a sidewalk.
And so
But
yeah,
that's
even
how
me.
much of the road they could get out of it.
Yeah, even me driving in a rural city street, I fuck that.
Yeah, no. I don't understand people who. I mean, I was like that when I was 16, but I don't understand people who purposely go out in the snow and not stay home, because you're just bound to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times while I was at home here cleaning and just waiting for the snow to pile up to shovel it again, that I heard the sirens go off. Yeah, for
What, police
paramedics or
sirens?
whatnot to leave the town. Yeah.
Yeah, last night we were playing, I heard it. I'm surprised you guys didn't hear it, but last night while we were playing with all the boys, there was police sirens going off a couple streets over. I was like, oh, I wonder why. Actually, I think I said something to you about that.
In the Midwest, I think we're the smarter breed when it comes to snow, because other than the East Coast, no one really else gets it as bad as we do, right? So you would think, since we're the ones that get it bad, that we would know how to be prepared for it and know when to go out and when not to.
Yeah.
No one's like that. They all are like, oh, snow? Who cares? I gotta go to town. And then you're like, no, buy your shit like 2 or 3 days beforehand and just stay at home and you're safe. I don't understand it.
Well, that's another thing is that, like, I don't know if the, 16 teenagers are just like, oh, snow, let's go, fuck around. But then that's how accidents happen. But then the same thing with people who, they've lived in this area their entire lives and they're only like 30 or 40. And then they're like, oh, it's snowing. And then they just forget how to drive, like in general. And that's how they end up in like ditches or, T-boning a telephone pole.
Yeah, there's this great thing called being careful when there's snow on the ground. Even rain. Like, just be careful when it's not a nice day outside. It's not hard.
Hydroplaning, yeah.
Yeah. You get taught that in fucking driver school. Or driver's ed, or
Driver's
whatever
ed, yeah.
people call it now. But where I was going with that was, like, even when I was 16, like I said, I would go out when it was snowing, but that was because I live in a town small to where I could go out and just fuck around and drift on the roads, and there's no one out because there's 800 people here. It's not like, people are driving everywhere. They all know to stay at home, and we're in a small enough town to where once the highways out of town get snowed in, you're not leaving town. Like that's just it. They're closing the highway, and you're stuck in town for the next 2-3 days until they can get out there to do it. And so you can do that. You can just go around town and have fun. But there's a difference between having fun
wasn't interested in that
and
when
going
I was
out
a
there.
teenager, though.
Well, I only did it like once or twice. I was like, this isn't probably the safest thing.
I feel like that will really fuck up your tires and your axle, and I don't know.
Yeah, it was also a time where I didn't care about that. I just liked going fast and sliding, because being a teenager. But there's a difference between doing that and actually putting yourself in danger just to go like to the store for no reason other than to get a couple of things that you could have got 2-3 days before.
Well, yeah, yesterday we went to the store and then went home, and then Morgan wanted to go hang out at her aunt's, and I'm like, okay, you better be home before it like starts doing anything.
Yeah,
obviously I'll be here, but like, please, dear God, don't be caught outside in that.
Yeah, I had my first little dad moment yesterday. My niece came over to get her money because she watched our cats while we were gone.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I had a rough day at school today. It wasn't the best, so she had her sister with her. We're like, we're going to go to Starbucks, which is the nearest town over, and we were going to come back. And I instinctively, I was putting on SpongeBob so we could start cooking dinner. I instantly put down the remote, looked at her dead in the eye and said, "You better be back before it starts snowing." I went, where the fuck did that come from? Usually I'd be like, go have fun. But at that point I was like, oh my god, what happened to me? I wasn't like this before. I don't know. Something about aging makes you want to be safer. It's weird.
I think it has to do something with we're all here for the same reason, whether you like it or not.
Well, yeah, but like when you're younger,
like it's all because of that too. Like, yeah, we've done what you're gonna do or are doing.
Yeah, we know the dangers that come with it, I guess.
So don't be caught outside in a storm. Simple as that.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, you would not catch me dead in even a fucking off-road vehicle. You wouldn't catch me dead out on a fucking street right now, let alone tomorrow. No, sir. And I know people are gonna try to go to the store tomorrow, 100%. Try to go to work.
Yeah, people are buying out Walmart and stuff with it. They're buying them out of eggs and milk.
Yeah, from what because Emily works at Walmart.
They act like it's a plague. I don't understand it.
Well, it's because people panic buy, right? And
but
like I said, I think
they get too much in their head. I don't understand it. Oh my god! Like we're gonna be. They act like they're gonna be trapped in their house for a month.
Well, you never know. We could have very well been. Not to say that I agree with that. I'm just saying that people think that way, right? But Emily works at Walmart. I think I've said that before on the show. But she was saying it was so.
Yeah,
busy.
she works with Gail Lewis. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
That's
about 2 hours away from where we live, though. Fun fact.
Yeah, I didn't know that until the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of amazed by that. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so she was saying it was so busy that they couldn't stop getting people in and out of the store. And she works doing OGP, which is online grocery pickup. So like you order groceries on the app, and then you go there and they put them in your car. They couldn't stop. They couldn't keep up because so many people were showing up and just buying out the store. My boss went there to get fruit for the company because we had to make a fruit salad for this weekend. Couldn't find any fruit. Everyone sold. Who the fuck's buying fruit during a snowstorm?
We bought bananas, but that was like Monday.
Well, why aren't you buying like, I don't know, paper towels, milk, water? No, you're buying fucking strawberries. What do you need those for?
We try to buy a pack of water every time we're at the store.
Oh yeah, that should be a household. What's the word I'm looking for?
We're probably at like 4 or 5 fucking cases of water.
That should just be a rule of thumb. If you live on your own, is you should buy a pack of water every time you go to the store for groceries or just in general, just so you know you have it in case something happens.
Yeah, but I hate it because, I have to carry it in every single time. So, and it's always heavy. It's always the 40 packs.
Well, you don't carry 2 of them at once?
Fuck no.
Well, it ain't hard.
Well, especially with I guess with the snow, it's just gonna make it harder. But I gotta grab those and shut the trunk to her car, and I try to do it all in one trip. So I already have like 30 grocery bags around my hand.
Oh, so what I usually do?
I refuse to do multiple trips.
Oh, I purposely do multiple trips. So I get the groceries, and then I'll go out and get the water. But I'll purposely usually buy like something to drink while I'm at the store, so it's in the cup.
Oh yeah, I do it. You do that too. That's why it's been Baja Blast for me.
So I leave the trunk door open on purpose when I get the water, so I have to come back down to close it and to get my drink, so I have a reason to go back down there to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think honestly we can probably wrap it here if you want.
That
we talked
that would work for me. It was a snow day special. We didn't quite get to the insect tier list, but
no, that's gonna be a next week thing. And by the way, next week you will see Trey and I's shiny faces 100%. I got everything for it that I need to do my part. Trey's got all of his stuff, so I am gonna have to talk to Trey and teach him how to do his face cam stuff. But next episode for insects. Fuck you. Next week for for insects, you will see our bright, shiny faces on the YouTube. So be prepared for that. But overall, you know, we just wanted to make a quick little episode here, just to kind of go over the snow and everything. You know, it's been a wild week here for us in the Midwest. So if you live in the Midwest, please be careful for the next couple of days. If you're listening to this when it comes out, if you're listening to it later on, in your future endeavors of the snow, please be careful. Be smart about what you're doing. You know, don't be the dumbass that goes out and gets stuck in the middle of the highway because you decided you want to go to Walmart for a fucking piece of pizza or a goddamn 12-pack of pop. You know, just be smart about what you're doing.
What he said.
Yeah. See, Trey knows what's up. But so yeah, be safe. Have a nice week, and we will see you guys next Saturday. Goodbye.
Bye.